All right, so welcome to the Digital Marketing Masterclass. So, first things first, I created an email. This is a brand new email. As you can see, there are no emails on it. So, with that being said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to access, we are starting off with Google Analytics. You can simply type Google Analytics in your URL, but I'm doing this here for the purpose of training. So Google Analytics. So that's going to open up right there. All right, so this is a new Google Analytics account. So I'm going to say start measuring. Then I'm going to give that account a name. Right. Then I'm going to do that. Go next. This is one of the most important things. All right. So property details required. Okay, so I'm just going to do that again, right? And then here you'll actually set this here according to your time zone. So your time zone is the one that's you can change that at any given point in time. So I'm just going to put it to, or rather, let me just put it to Canada. Right. So if you're doing affiliate marketing in Canada, you can put Canada, or if you're living in Canada, you can put Canada. If you're living in South Africa, you put South Africa, so that the reporting time you'll be able to, know what time actually works best for you from analytics, how many people visit your website, etc. And then through Google Ads, you'll be able to concentrate your campaigns at a specific time according to your time zone. So you can change that and you can change the currency later. All right, so I'm going to move on. And then here now, business details. I'm just simply going to go for other, because I don't want too many questions being asked. Then here, business size, you can choose the one size that works for you. But this one here is for someone that is actually trying to run ads or digital marketing for the affiliate marketing website. But if your company is big, you can actually choose medium or large, very large. So I'm just going to go with that one. All right. So what we're going to want to do here is we want to drive, we want to generate leads, we want to drive sales, we want to understand web traffic, we want viewer engagement. These are our objectives. Okay. So we'll create, then we're going to accept. Just scroll down there for it to activate. All right, there we go. Click accept there. And so the important part now starts. All right, so now we've got data collection. Now, what are we collecting data from our website, that of which this here is our website. Okay, so this is our website. So we need to collect data for our affiliate or your e-commerce website. All right, so I'm going to go back there, do that. I'm going to say web. So web HTTPS, make sure it's on HTTPS. I'm just going to copy that from the URL, and then I'm going to come and I'm going to paste it there. Then I'm going to remove the HTTPS there, like that. Then website name, I'm going to name the website. All right. So the website has been named, and then here everything is okay. So I'm going to create and continue. All right. So we've got that there. All right, so here what we want is our Google tag. So this here is our Google tag. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come and put it onto the website. Right. Or rather, this I'm just going to copy that entire thing because this is on scripts. Right, so I've copied the entire script, I've pasted it there, and then I'm going to come here and say submit. So now that I've submitted it, come back here, then I'm going to say test installation. All right, your Google tag was correctly detected on your website, and then I'll click confirm. All right, now we're talking. So here, one important thing is you need to configure all these settings correctly. So your web stream is going to start collecting data as people visit the website and etc. All right, so this here is your web stream, Gava Health, and that's your URL. All right. So with that being said, you can modify events, but you can do all this here later because right now there's nothing to modify. You can configure tag events, tag settings, etc. Manage connected site tags, but all this here can be done later. This is basically just the setup. All right. So we're going to leave that and we're going to go next. Data collection is pending. Then we say continue to home. All right. Email communications. You can select what you want to receive from Google. Right. I'm just going to say save. So basically your thing has been done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to admin. And then when I'm on admin, and then I'm going to go to product links. Okay. And then when I go to product links, I want to sort out my Google Search Console. All right. So how do you sort out your Google Search Console? You're going to have to search for it here. But first, you need to get your Google Search Console set up here. So I'm going to do my search.google, right? Then do that. So now you're on Google Search Console. Now it's very important that we get our domain name verified. So Google Search Console is going to help us to collect data as far as the people that are searching and etc. and etc. Okay, very important. So here, welcome to Google Search Console. To start, select property type. All right. So here, right. I'm going to say continue. Ownership verified. We just use Google Analytics account. So we're going to say go to property. Voila. So we're done there. Okay. Now that we've connected Google Search Console, we're going to come back here and then I'm going to refresh my screen, and then we're going to try, if it doesn't automatically link, we're going to have to link it this side. All right, and then we're going to search for it. Then we're going to confirm the property. Go next. Then we're going to select the web stream, which is that one. So we're going to choose. Web stream has been chosen. Then we're going to come, now we're reviewing. All right, we click on submit. So it's very important that when you do this here, you have one email address. So you're using one email address for Google Analytics, using the same email address for Google Search Console, and you're going to use the same email address for Google Ads as well. All right, so now that we've done that, what we want to do is now we want to start by creating a sitemap for the website. Okay. This here is a sitemap generator that I'm pasting there, as you can see. So I'm going to simply click on that so that we can go and open up our sitemap. And then here I'm going to type in my URL, right? Like that. Then I'm going to start creating a sitemap. So these are all the products that are there, but it's not giving us the output that we want. So we're going to try and do it via unlimited sitemap, then XML sitemap, and I'm going to paste in the URL there. That, and then I'm going to say start. So it's going to take a bit of some time scanning this here. So I'm just going to pause the recording. All right, so now the scan is completed. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on view sitemap details. All right. So after viewing sitemap details, and then I'm going to say download your XML sitemap file. I'm going to download the XML sitemap file. All right. XML sitemap file downloaded. Got it right here. Okay, so now that the XML sitemap file has been downloaded, and here I'm actually using the free sitemap, xmlsitemaps.com. I'm using the free version, so it has actually exceeded 500 pages. 500 pages limit exceeded. So the beauty of it is that now when we're using Search Console, we're going to add the sitemap in as much as there are other products that are not on the sitemap. Then Search Console is going to be able to detect those products, and it's going to tell us at a later stage that these products haven't yet been indexed. Okay, so when it does that, and then we're then going to do our manual indexing one by one. Right, we're going to do our manual indexing one by one. So with that sitemap file that we've downloaded, I now need to upload that sitemap file onto the root folder of the website. So I'm going to quickly do that. So I'm uploading now. I'm on the C panel. This is my C panel. I'm going to go here to my file manager, and then I'm going to go to public. And then when I go to public, it's going to open up that. See all that. So this is literally the website. So when I do that, I'm just going to go and say upload, And then on upload, I'm going to drag the sitemap. Then I'm going to paste it there. Right, so now that sitemap is uploaded, and then what I'm then going to do is I'm going to check to see if the sitemap actually exists. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to enter the URL like that. And I'm going to put /sitemap.xml, just like that, and then enter. All right, so you see the sitemap exists. I did the right thing. So now we move on to the next step. I'm going to close that window quickly. Then here I'm going to type sitemap, then .xml. Understand the sitemap is always a .xml. Right, so I'm going to click on submit. Sitemap has been submitted. See, dismiss. So the sitemap status is it succeeded. There are 500 pages discovered. All right. Then now it's going to take some time for you to propagate and etc. But in the meantime, as it takes that time to propagate, what we're going to simply do is we want to first, let us just inspect the home page. So I'm going to put that. All right. So this here is the home page. So now we're retrieving Google indexing. All right, there we go. So this is already indexed, but if it's not yet indexed, you can then click on request indexing like that. See, indexing requested. So that's what you do when you're indexing your pages. So here we've got over 500 pages. So that's going to be a lot of indexing that's going to be happening. With that indexing that's going to be happening, you need to understand you're going to be doing a lot of indexing and also configurations when it comes to this part here. So when we go back to all right, so it's very important when you come to your setup assistant. All right, most of you already know this here, or if you don't know this here, these are basically all your properties that are put on one page. All right, so we've connected the search console. If we have a merchant center, we're going to connect that. So these are basically product links. So when we're now doing Google Ads, we're also going to connect it here. So Google Analytics will actually feed data to Google Ads as well. I'm going to walk you guys through everything so that when you guys run a campaign, you know you are definitely going to be doing conversions. Okay, so let's go to the setup assistant. As you can see, it's on 0, meaning to say nothing has been done yet. So our data stream is already collecting data because we verified the connection after we added our script to the website. And then here, what we want to do is we want to turn on the Google signals. Very important. So here, I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to click on that, turn on. So we've turned on our Google signals. Then user provided data collection. That's a beta thing. All right. So we're going to turn that on as well. Then collect automatically detected user provided data. We're going to put that on. So now that we've turned that one on, and then granular location, that there is already on. All right. Also check this here at the bottom to see if we've actually collecting all data, and then user data collection acknowledgement. It's important for you to acknowledge that you're collecting users data. So you're going to click that you acknowledge. So that there is done. All right. So when you've done that there, you go back to your setup assistant. All right. So here it's now saying signal on. So the signal's on, so you're going to come and click it right there. Now it's marked as 2 complete, all right? So usually it's about 6 or 7 that are going to be complete depending on the setup and configuration that you're actually going to be doing, all right? And then this here, setup key events, all right? So the key events, I'm going to click and go right into it. So usually these are the key events, but we're going to customize these key events later. All right. So if you are like running an e-commerce store where someone is actually buying products directly online, I'm going to show you how you set up the purchase. Okay. And then here for the qualify lead, I'm also going to show you guys how you're going to actually set that one up as well. Because here, what you're looking at is someone is going to come through, they want to buy a product, like for example, this product here. In as much as they want to buy this product, so in as much as they want to buy a particular product, so we're going to click on that. So when this person clicks on buy now, all right, it's going to automatically take them to an affiliate link because this is an affiliate marketing website, all right? But in the event that you are actually running an e-commerce store, you're going to have that add to cart, and then from the add to cart, and then you've got checkout now, etc., up until someone goes and checks out. Then I'm going to train you guys and show you guys how you can configure all that there. Now, what we're going to be using is Google Tag Manager. Very important. All right, so let me go back to where I was. All right, so we're going to go back to the setup assistant. So now we've got 2 that are done. So this setup key events, we're going to leave it for now. And then the audiences have not yet been defined. But in as much as our audiences haven't yet been defined, because these are from our key events, okay? So we're going to leave that like that for now. We're going to go back again to our setup assistant. And then here now, we've got verify consent settings. All right. So on the verify consent settings, I'm going to click that and enter. All right. So now we need to verify our consent settings because now, according to, GDPR and the whole 9 yards, they actually want someone to consent to the collection of their data. All right. Someone should consent to the collection of their data. So as you can see, add personalization, consent signals inactive, what, see, audience remarketing. So someone has to give their consent for all these here. All right. So for now, as you can see, this is what is there. We can navigate to that and then yes, click yes, automatically mark this data as consented, right? Then we're going to click on save. Then we're going to come back here. All right. Which Google service can receive consented data? And then it says all Google services recommended. So that there is okay by default. But if you want to choose, you're going to have to do this here. All right. But we're going to go with all, right? All right, so when we've done that, we go back again to our setup assistant, okay? And then now it hasn't yet started collecting, etc. So we're just going to say verify because we've already accepted that side there. So now it's got 3 of 8. That's the mark that's completed. All right. So here, link to Google Ads. We're then going to do the Google Ads, and we're going to link it there and stuff. So for today, ladies and gentlemen, this here is your lesson on setting up Google Analytics and also setting up your Google Search Console. Your Search Console is going to populate with data because we've already got a sitemap here. So it is going to populate with data. We've got pages this side here. All right. So as it populates with data, you see it says processing data. Please check again in a day or so. So it's still processing data, collecting that data. So when it's done collecting that data, the next step that we're going to be moving to is we're going to be doing more configurations here before we move on to the next. Very important.